Hey y'all, this is Jessica with My Curly Adventures, back at it for another episode of the Texas Travel Series, and this time I am so excited to be in Bryan, Texas. We're going to explore one of the best wineries in Texas, get to go kayaking at sunset, and feed a giraffe. So make sure to follow along for all the fun things we're about to do. With all these animals here. We started our trip off at Aggieland Safari. The main attraction is riding in their bus where you can feed animals from all over the world while learning about them all from the animal ambassadors there. Get there early when it's cool and the animals are hungry for the best experience. They also have a walking section where you can feed giraffes, birds, and see other animals around the property. Next up, we headed over to Messina Hof, starting off with brunch at the Vintage House. I love how the restaurant incorporates their different wines into their dishes, and I could have eaten here for every meal. I opted for their tableside French toast, which was like a meal and a show all in one. Plus, we got the views of the vineyards right from our seat. Afterwards, we went on a tour of their property, including their lovely wine-themed bed and breakfast, which includes vintage items from around the world. Their tour includes learning about production and a tasting of some of their vast wine collection. I love how approachable they were for learning about wine and how to taste it.
So the reason you want to swirl a wine is you want to aerate that wine. So by swirling, it allows that wine to, every little square inch of that wine to touch the air around it, and it really wakes it up. It opens up the aromas of the bouquet, and it allows every little bit of that wine and that greatness to show through in every little bit.
Lake Bryan is the perfect stop for sunset. They have kayaks that you can rent out to enjoy paddling on the water, and we saw people with boats, swimming, and were enjoying picnics in nature. After such a satisfying lunch at All the King's Men with these incredible candied burnt ends and these Gouda mac and cheese that I could die for, we are wandering around downtown Bryan to visit the local boutiques and shops and see what we can find. Downtown Bryan has so many fun shops to walk into, whether you're looking for the next cowboy hat, a must in Texas, delicious ornate chocolate, or something more eclectic. I probably say this in every video, but I love visiting the antique shops. You never know what you might find, and I'm always checking out their vintage cameras or other interesting items. I thought it was so cute that Corner Time Antiques also had an old soda shop. We ended up staying at the Stella Hotel where you can rent paddleboards on their small lake. I thought it was fun to paddle past the water fountains before heading into Campfire Restaurant, their on-site restaurant serving up gourmet steaks with a beautiful presentation. Hershels is the Stella's cocktail lounge with a speakeasy vibe. When we went there, they had a vinyl night, and we couldn't resist ordering their smoked old-fashioned. Polite Coffee Co. is a quaint coffee shop with some unique coffee creations that have the creativity of a mixologist, but with coffee instead of alcohol. The Brazos Valley Museum of Natural History shares the science, history, and culture of the area. I love getting to see so many dinosaur fossils, a Native American sculpture made out of whalebone, and an exhibit filled with snakes, reptiles, and other creatures. We stopped at Lamar Nick's for some barbecue and soul food for lunch, and look at this spread. We've got brisket, ribs, sausage, sweet potato, cornbread, and mac and cheese, and this beautiful view of the lake. Bryan has quite the cocktail scene with a large range of themed bars offering different flavor profiles. We love the New Orleans-style downtown Elixirs at La Salle Hotel, and old fashions just tend to be your drink of choice. We got to visit Bryan on First Friday, and so grabbed a quick burger at Proudest Monkey and then headed over to the Art of War, a sake bar featuring Texas sakes, flights, cocktails, and other Asian tapas. A cool thing about this spot is that it's part bar and part art gallery, where you can see local artists featured throughout. First Friday is fun because they have local performances as well as businesses out on the block selling their goods. So much of Bryan turns out, which makes it for a fun vibe. Afterwards, we continued our Bryan cocktail tour back at La Salle Hotel, except this time we went to the basement for the 5 Knock Speakeasy. You may be able to guess the secret code based on the name. Another notable spot is the third floor with live music, fun drinks, and Thursday burlesque shows, or Halo, which hosts a drag show. The next morning, we woke up for the Brazos Valley Farmers Market before heading over to Ronin, a restaurant that gets most of their ingredients from their farm. Their menu changes daily based on what's available fresh from their farm, and they even host beautiful moonlit dinners at their farm as well as cooking classes. The Stella Hotel was recently rated as one of the top hotels in all of Texas, and of course we had to stay there. It was beautiful and I love spending time at the pool. Plus, appreciate that they had a hot tub for those cold days. Chef Lempo has traveled around the world as a private chef on yachts and cooking for celebrities, and now we get to experience his famous cuisine right here at Christopher's World Grill in Bryan. Well, that's it for this episode of the Texas Travel Series. Until next time, make sure to like and follow My Curly Adventures for more Texas adventures.